So this video is going to go over the process, the basic steps that you need to do in order to take a simple CSV file with some user information and upload it into Moodle using its own user upload, bulk upload process. So first of all, take a look at the file. It's a pretty simple file. The first row is the important one. It needs to be formatted correctly. The titles of each columns have to be there. There's some information that just has to be there, like a username, first name, last name. If it's a password, that's going to be important. If it's a brand new user, you've got to have a password for a new user to be created, and also email. So those kind of four or five things are the most important. In addition to that, you might want to also include a country and a city as well. Formatting it's pretty simple. Notice it's all lowercase. That's what Moodle's looking for. If it's something else, then it's going to cause an error. If it's a username capitalized with a letter U or something like that. There's a lot of other things that you can add to this file. You don't have to just go with these 6 fields. Here on Moodle Docs, there's a long list of all of the other things that you can include. Optional fields, everything from institution, department, city. As you can see, any of the main fields that are in a normal user's profile are going to be on there. In addition, you can include custom profile fields. And so it's a very simple formula to include a custom profile field. You just have to know what the name of the custom profile field is, the short name. And then it would be profile underscore field underscore, and then you would include the name of the short name for that profile field. And that's about it. You can include as many custom profile fields as we want. Finally, you can also do enrollment through here. You would just want to include things like the name of the course. It would be course 1, and then the role, if you want to put them in a group, the period of enrollment, and all these types of things. And then you could also do a second course. So there would just be kind of course 1, information about course 1, and then another course. And so you can enroll them in as many courses as you wanted to as well. So you can go as far as you want with that. What I'm doing right now is just a really simple file. I'm just updating it, putting in a couple of users. So it does need to be saved as a CSV file. I'm using Google Docs just because it's simpler for me, but you could also use Excel. So what I do is I'm going to download it. If you're using Excel, you'd want to make sure that you export it as a CSV file, which should be happening right now. There it goes. Downloading as a CSV. So now that I've got that CSV file saved, I'm going to go into my Moodle site and scroll down into Site Administration, Users, Accounts, and then Upload Users. So it's asking me for the file. If you've got the file on your desktop, I've got it saved over here on my desktop. I can just click, drag, and drop it in there. These things I'm just going to leave as is for now and click upload. So it's going to give me a kind of a preview, all right? And it's basically also telling me that I've already uploaded these people in there. So it's saying that there's a duplicate address. So they've already been used at some point. At this point, I can tell Moodle what I want to do with this information. So I can say add new or skip existing ones. I can tell it to just update existing ones. So it depends on what information's in the file. If I want it to actually do something to the new ones, or just create new ones, or skip existing ones as well. So I'm just going to do update new, add new, and update existing. So it'll kind of do everything. Create a password if needed. Put a password in there. Again, there's some force change if I wanted to, so that's their initial password, but I can change it, tell them to force it, allow deletes. Also, other values. So I could also kind of tag some of the same information into them. Department. If I knew that all of these people needed the same type of profile information, you can tag that in there. Same thing with these other fields. These are some of the custom profile fields that I've created on my site. So if everything is right and good, then I can just put in upload users. And it's going to go through and process them and tell me what it did. So kind of again, it's telling me that there was one error. Let's see, where did the error come from? User not added error. So there must have been an ID. Maybe I deleted him or something like that. So I did get an error, but users created none, users updated none, users having weak password none. So there wasn't really anything that went on in this file. But that's about it. It's a pretty simple thing. You can use the CSV file to do a lot of user management pretty easily as long as you've got that information already saved somewhere in a spreadsheet.